What is good advice in theory but awful in practice? Never give up. There are times when you absolutely should give up. Quite a lot in fact. In theory there is no difference between practice and theory. In practice there often is. Apply for your dream job once a year. If you try hard enough you'll get what you want. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. It doesn't mean you stop trying, but it's not guaranteed. Usually trying brings its own rewards, new skills, met new people, etc. Respect your elders. I don't care how old you are. If you're a dick, I'm not going to give you respect because of your age. Always tell the truth. There are times when you absolutely should not tell the truth. The example that springs immediately to mind is, does this dress make me look fat? Unless an unequivocal no is the truth, lie. The right person will come. Don't sweat it. Not if you're rotting indoors all day every day and don't bother with hygiene or anything resembling fashion. I get what people mean when they say it, but a lot of the time it comes across like do nothing. Make no effort. I see people give that advice a lot to others that are down on their luck, and it's a nice sentiment, but don't get the wrong idea, a lot of it is luck, but you have to put yourself in a position to be lucky in the first place, if that makes sense. Only get a job that you'll always enjoy. Along the same lines, get a job doing something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. In reality, you'll most likely start to hate that thing you used to love. If you're good at something, never do it for free. If you love doing something, never do it for money. Just try harder next time. Forget about it. Yeah, well, sometimes that doesn't have a clue. Shower sex. I've tried shower sex and I didn't like it. It's uncomfortable, embarrassing, and it hurts your dick as you shove it in the drain. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. This is awful advice. As long as you're a safe distance from your glass house, then it's okay to throw stones. It doesn't matter if people throw stones back at you, as they won't hit your glass house. Or as long as you have a machine gun turret on the roof. If you keep going into a place you applied for a job and ask to talk to the manager, you'll get the job eventually. I'm sure this worked before the internet, but no one wants you to keep bugging them for a job in 2020. Never go to bed angry. In reality, staying up late fighting with your partner until you agree with each other is never a good idea. Go to bed, wake up calmer and feeling a lot better, and you can have a rational discussion if it still bothers you. Live in the moment or YOLO. You can't live your life wheel, unless you're extremely lucky, without planning for the future. On the other hand, I feel the advice is ill-received. Living in the moment should be you not letting things that have not yet happened affect you today. Not basically living in the moment like I just blew all of my money on a trip but I'm sure everything will be alright motto. The Lord will provide. ... Just not to third world countries. Turn your hobby, passion into a career. Sounds great, but it seems to backfire and you'll resent it and forget the real reason why you enjoyed your hobby. Most any advice you see about how to get wealthier directed at poor people is either irrelevant to them, or be impossible to put to use with a low income. Turn the other cheek. As a child anyway, it invites more ass kickings. What goes up must come down. Never go to bed angry with your spouse. I've learned that forcing to work things out before going to bed can lead to one of them just trying to prove who's right. Sometimes it's good to sleep on it. You're perfect. Don't change. Self-acceptance is awesome, and it's important to see the good in yourself. But I also think growth and development are super important. Learning to be kinder, more tactful and less abrasive have all made me happier, even though those are not qualities I naturally possessed. Liquidate your assets and buy lottery tickets. You'll get rich. Be yourself. Yes. But what if I'm an asshole? Telling your angry wife to calm down. You can be whatever you want in life, you just have to work hard. My grandma. Be yourself. Me, bisexual, transgender, and pagan. My grandma, not like that. My drive off the first tee. Be yourself. It should be the best version of yourself. Ends justify means. Ethically, sure. Realistically, most others don't abide. Never go to bed angry. While this may be good advice for a certain type of person, I personally need time to cool down when things get heated. I need time to think about how I may have been wrong or what I could have done differently, etc. Otherwise I get all kinds of defensive and, most times, the fight ends up worse. Whereas if I can sleep on it and cool down, I'm significantly more likely to be an adult about it, accept responsibility for my part, and apologize for whatever role I played. Don't worry. Just have faith. It'll all work itself out in the end. No, that's literally telling you not to pay as much mind to your problems and instead put your energy into hoping that it'll just suddenly fix itself. Fixing the problem is going to require worrying about it, but also working to fix it. You have to try if you want anything to get any better. It doesn't just magically fix itself. Live your life. Do whatever you feel like. You never know how long you'll be alive for. No, actually true. Yeah, I can't know how long I'll be alive for, so I really need to save money. And relationships with people. I can't just go spend all my money on whatever I want, and I can't tell everyone how I really feel about them, because then I might have 50 more years to live with the consequences of my actions. Be yourself. No, be the best person you can possibly be. Don't be lazy, mean, or a pushover. Treat others how you want to be treated. Well, I want to get in a fistfight. How about I punch your lights out? This advice never worked on me. Follow your dreams. Don't plan. Don't anticipate. Don't weigh pros and cons. Follow your dreams. I seriously had a boomer tell me to get someone pregnant because you shouldn't wait till you think you're ready. If you do that, it'll never happen. Like, this is why your generation bankrupted everything. If man says yes to life, life will say yes to him, not if you have the worst luck. Cut out the people you know are toxic for you. Well, sure, I would do that, but please someone teach me who is toxic. What does toxic really mean? What does the other person think of me? What is the right time which does not paint me in a bad light, etc., etc. Too many complications. The whole "what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger" lots of shit leaves you a broken down wreck, unable to get back up after not killing you. Ask just about any homeless or drug addict how strong they feel. Always tell the truth. Yeah, stuff it, man. People will always be like, be honest with me. I won't judge you for it. Asking for honesty or transparency with a lie. Man, I'm tired. Deal with it. I should just stay. Think of the kids. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. If something terrible is going on, I'm going to speak out against it. Don't shoot until you see the white of their eyes. Everything happens for a reason. It'll all work out in the end. Any of those BS one-liners don't hold water. Can you do something about the problem? Yes. Then do. No, then prepare for the fallout. My only advice is this. Hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. Speak your mind. Even intelligent people have dumb thoughts. Silence can be golden. Time and reflection lead to more formulated ideas, thoughts, arguments. I had a very smart coworker get ticked off and almost fire off a super angry and unprofessional email. I told him to chill on it for a day, and he did. The email he sent the next day got him an apology and a promotion the next cycle. Soviet anthem starts playing softly in the distance. Start a family. Treat em mean, keep em keen. Nah, you're just being a dick. Follow your passion. I have watched people pursue dreams that were fully unrealistic. They didn't have the skill, education, ability, or quite simply, it was a terrible idea. Also, there is nothing wrong with working a job you don't like for the money and then use the money to pursue your passions. For some reason, people believe they have to be passionate about everything in their lives. Be comfortable and happy with who you are. It's generally fine with stuff you can't change, like your height. But if you are overweight or lazy or a slob, those are things you can change and should not be happy about. Advice like this leads to complacency and no self-improvement. Yeah, but you can be motivated to be a better version of yourself, while also loving that self. Your body is more than just a sack of flesh. It's important to find worth and value in your physical self, even if it's not at a place you necessarily want it. In my experience, hating yourself and your body leads to greater complacency and a lack of desire for self-improvement. I'm ugly, and even if I lost 30 pounds, I'd still be ugly, and what caused me personally the most weight gain has been stress eating due to hating everything about myself. You have to love yourself first, then improvement will come. Moving ahead when your says fine, do whatever you want. Make sure your kid comes into contact with germs and bacteria as little as possible so he doesn't get sick. Neoliberalism. Nice to see this hidden amongst all the copycats saying communism. Live every day like it's your last. Great way to ruin your life. Don't stress so much. Great. Now I'm stressed about how stressed I am. As a person with ADHD, the advice stay focused on anything feels like torture. Well, not only is it impossible for me to stay focused on one thing unless it interests me, staying centered on one thing and one thing only blinds me to other possibilities, opportunities, and solutions. Go to college. I saw a meme recently that said, "Never take advice from someone you wouldn't trade lives with." Sounds great. Until you realize that you can learn from others' mistakes. They could be giving you valuable advice on what not to do and how to avoid the pitfalls that ensnared them. You can become anything you want to. Statistically, no, you can't. You should maximize your opportunities and options. If you're a 5'6" Jewish kid with no athletic skill and a heart condition, you're not making the NBA no matter how hard you try. Don't give up on the casino slot machine you're playing when it's not paying out. Keep betting more money and eventually the odds of winning will reward you. That's not good advice in theory either. Please see a psychotherapist. It's easier said than done, and there's 99.99% chance the person you're talking to already has heard this advice. So the more you tell them to seek help, the more likely they are to lose hope. Because seek help translates to no help to them. In my opinion, this advice can go both ways. If someone tells me I need therapy in a way that comes across as them being sick of talking to me, then I'm not going to take it very well. When people who obviously care about me explain it in a more tactful way, I'm totally fine with it because they're probably right. In certain cases, it might also be worth mentioning in case someone doesn't realize therapy is a potential option for them. Delivery is key. Never bear a grudge. Sometimes you need to hate someone to remember not to like them because there is a reason you hate them. Communism. Keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. Friend. Haven't seen you in a while. Me. I know. I have been hanging out with this asshole Dale from marketing.